All right, we are here with Chris and Shane for the very first Motorsports Veterans podcast brought to you by Stroker Industries. And in case you don't know, these are the men behind Stroker Industries. What's up, guys?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm good. So we got Shane in the foreground. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. You look good. You look good on camera, man.
Thanks, dude. And then we got Chris in the background. So how did you guys, we'll get into why you're supporting veterans, but first we'll talk about, the company itself and what made you guys, where did you start with your initial idea and all that?
I'll take this one.
All right.
So I believe it was in 2007 in Glamis, President's Day weekend in February. We had the idea to start a company, do something in the power sports industry, called Stroker Industries. We really like the name. Didn't really have any product ideas until myself and another gentleman noticed Mr. Shane here walking away every time we went to fill our quads up. It was kind of a two-man job, standing on the milk bars, with a utility jug. Make sure you didn't spill gas all over your machine, all over the sand, your environment and stuff. So finally I asked Shane, he's like, why do you disappear every time we fill up, man? He goes, I hate filling up my quad. So, we love the jugs, but there was no good nozzles available. So that's kind of when the conception started our first product, the trigger. We did some hand drawings and stuff, met with some people in Colorado, and we met some big companies, and they're like, really, we can make this work. We were referred to a guy named Guy Mangay in Longmont, Colorado, good old guy. He walked in, I thought I was looking at the Unabomber, but
He's not the Unabomber.
yeah, he's not. But this guy, he was great. Really reasonable. Worked with us. He specializes in plastics and molds, and basically came back with the design, the guts, how we wanted it to function. The outside of the toy different than we thought it would. Did a prototype, did the CAD drawing for us. And that's kind of when it started. Long story to get to production. Went through a 3-year patent battle. Very frustrating. It took us, 18 months to hear back?
Yeah,
to get a letter
a long time.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we started doing some other things, which we get into later, the gear and some other things to keep us occupied. And so that's kind of how the first product was started. We started the trigger in China. Had it over there for a year and a half. They did a great job. I mean, we just couldn't afford to do it here in the United States, to be frank. And they did a great job. We just couldn't dial in the tolerances that we needed, so we brought it back. It's actually manufactured right here in Denver, Colorado now.
Yeah, the goal was to get it set up there and then be able to bring it back here and make it in the USA. Because it was easier to make sure the molds were dialed in from there, but it didn't work out that way. So we were able to get it back here and find a U.S. company that would be able to dial it in for us. So that was great.
Nice. So the first run, that first one that I got, that was made in China, right? But then the second version was already...
Did you get a red one or a green one?
Red one.
That was U.S.
I don't think we did that. No. I think we actually did go. Sorry, it's been so many years.
I know.
I think we actually did have some red ones over there. We did. Okay. Actually have some red ones.
I need to find it because I have the first one that you guys sent me still somewhere.
That was good.
We started off with like a white plastic, and then it went to like a green, and finally a red, and so they just, did a great job. They just couldn't dial it in. We brought it back here to Corova Plastics in Denver, and they nailed it.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
So that was, you came up with the initial idea, and then, like you said, 3 years just on the patent end of it. What was exactly the holdup, do you know, or?
Well, we had a junior patent reviewer, so it was somebody who really didn't know. So it seemed like a lot of the battle we were fighting was she didn't understand exactly what we were trying to do. And our patent attorney had done a really good job of writing a great patent with all of the protection built in that we needed. But when the junior examiner, couldn't figure it out, we got down to the point after because every time we had to resubmit something that she was asking us to change, which we were making limited or minimal changes to accommodate what she was asking for, we got down to about a 30-day period where it was about time to abandon patent, which means that pretty much you give up and they're not going to grant you a patent, and all the money you spent, all the time you spent, it's all just wasted. We said to our patent attorney, we said, hey, you got to make a phone call. You got to talk to this person and see. You're saying we're working with them. We've been assigned a junior examiner. And he says, okay, I'll do that. So he gets on the phone with her, and part of the process was she then brought in her senior examiner, her boss. And I get a phone call that day after they'd had a short conversation from our patent attorney, and he said, yeah, I talked to him, and looks like we're good to go. I'm going to make a few modifications to the patent and some of the language based on having the senior examiner there and giving the junior examiner some of the advice, and we're going to be good to go. And I think at that point it seemed really surreal. So I'm like, there's no way you're after this battle for more than 2 years, almost 2 years now, you're telling me that after one phone call we're good to go? And I mean, you're not going to have to majorly revamp the patent? He's like, no, it's going to be good. You're going to get your patent granted. We just got to resubmit a couple of verbiage changes, and then everything's good to go. So, super good news after a long, long road to actually get the patent secured. So,
awesome. And then, like you said, in the meantime, you were trying to come up with other products to basically build the brand up, which is actually how we ended up getting in contact. Was I ended up wearing the gear that you guys were making and helping out a little bit with trying to get some other riders running the gear and stuff like that.
You know what's crazy? Have you seen the 7 gear with the sleeveless jersey and like the compression shirt?
Yeah.
We were onto something, weren't we?
Yeah. No, those were rad. I liked them. I like those better than, especially when it's hot. You know, obviously in the winter it's a little bit weird, but
yeah.
When
Well,
it
that's
gets
back when
hot,
the
those are
compression
the
gear
best.
was really making, a splurge in the market, and that's what we talked about. I was like, what about a sleeveless shirt with something tight underneath that compress? And then here it is. Here it comes from 7 gears. So that it's kind of shows if you don't have backing behind you and help get your feet off the ground. I mean,
Well, a gear business is quite an undertaking because of the amount of different colorways, and then you got to get minimums of each color, and
yep.
you know what I mean.
expensive sponsorships.
Yep.
Very expensive.
My thing is, why hasn't any gear company still started doing the sweat wicking fabric? Like, what the hell is going on? How come our jerseys are nylon in a sport where everybody sweats like maniacs?
Well, I think that's where the 7 gear kind of finally started to do with the compression. So underneath, that's what they've done to wick that away from the body. Same thing the military's gone to. If you look at the Marine Corps, they've gone to a more of a compression fitting undershirt that is only camo on the outside, and then it's solid green on the inside with a flak jacket goes over. So they've got onto it even as well.
Right. Yeah. It's way more comfortable.
Yeah. So the only complaint I've heard is on wounds. Some of the material is very tough to get out of burns and stuff when the medics are in. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so then basically you guys got the trigger up and running, and then you've just been working on distribution and building the brand up, and now you guys have got some other products as well.
We do. Which one do you want to start with?
Whatever you want to start with. I guess with the ones that you've had out. So you're gonna have to move them closer to you because you're the way that the screen is. But
Like that?
yeah, there you go, perfect.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So what was the first thing you come up with other than that? The spit shine?
The spit shine, yes. Premium high gloss protective coating, similar to an SE1 or Motul. Smells unbelievable. Sprayed on your plastics, metal, rubber. UV protectant. It also makes cleaning up a lot easier after riding in the dirt stuff. A lot of jet skiers will use this to spray in their engine components before they ride in the salt water to help prevent the corrosion and stuff. So you can use it on cars, power sports, leather, boots. We have guys using on boots. So the dirt stuff wipes right off. Helmets, all that stuff. You just want to make sure you don't put it on your grips, obviously, or your seat.
Yeah, or your side panels or your frame. I had a friend that would spray his bike with WD-40 after he'd wash it.
Yeah.
So he was like, dude, it looks sick, it's all shiny, and I'm like, alright, cool. So we washed our bikes together, and I sprayed mine down, and I rolled out onto the floor for an arena cross, and I literally rolled out and stopped and grabbed handfuls of dirt and rubbed it all over the side of my bike. I was like, this is crazy. I'm going to fall off this thing. I'm like, I don't know how you do that.
You know, do things that are different. I mean, when you're spraying the stuff, and you can't wipe it off and read it off. Most people like to wipe it off. So, I mean, what do you need? You need a microfiber cloth. So that's one thing we've incorporated there we can, is you get a 12-inch by 12-inch microfiber cloth. So not only for the guys that are riding the detail shops and stuff in the power sports stores. I mean, you got a guy walking around there with a can of Shine in his pocket and always buying towels. So with this, I mean, you buy a can, you get one towel. You buy a case, you get 12. You never have to buy a towel again.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good deal. Comes with
For
it.
sure.
For sure. And then you got the fog out. So for the inside of your goggles or your windshield, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. Or, you know, even daily cleaning, safety glasses, sunglasses, works great. If you look on our Instagram, actually, Matt Howard works at the Power Sports store up in Salt Lake. Actually did a little demo on it, and you can see how good it works on the goggles.
Cool.
Yep.
That was cool.
And then, like the Spit Shine, this one comes with a little microfiber towel as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's good, especially because, you know, if you have rags for lenses, they get a little bit of dirt on them. You're done.
Yes.
Now you just scratch your lens up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
And then we've got our newest product here called the Easy Stroke. It's a chain and cable lubricant. It's a true dry, and you've used this before, you know, demoing it. It actually dries within minutes and creates a microscopic film that actually repels dirt, will not attract dirt, won't stain your chain, your sprocket, or any surrounding areas on anything you're using on as well.
No, I agree. I've like you said, I've been testing it out a little bit, and I'm constantly amazed that because it is dry, you don't think that it should work. So in my head, I'm like, it's got to be oily or something. So I keep like spraying stuff that I expect it to not work on, and it keeps working on stuff, and I'm like, okay, all right.
It's very deceiving. Very deceiving. That's what everyone says. Is like, I mean, you kind of forget it's there, but it is there.
Yeah.
You know, dirt. I mean, it repels dirt, all that good stuff. And then we mentioned that it comes with a little straw holder. So no piece of tape holder, and you actually get a straw holder. How's that?
Chris has been so stoked about these straw holders, people. He's more amped about that damn straw holder than anything else.
It works good though.
Is it a magnet?
You're right. No, it's a little clip. Fancy little clip for 3 inches.
Yeah, but I mean, how does the clip stay to the can?
Sticks.
3M tape.
Adhesive.
You could You need to make magnet ones, Chris, and then you can sell them separately.
Or
That's
just
a good idea.
That is a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
New product idea right there.
Look at that on the podcast.
On to the next thing.
So that's it for our current products that are available currently in the marketplace. We did just recently file for a patent. We can talk about that.
Just from general perspective, as far as the file for a patent on a new product that we're looking at bringing to market, and again, whatever you want to share. That's,
you know, we filed for a patent, so I mean it's a self-venting vent for utility jugs.
mm-hmm.
So that little vent that you actually see right here, which we keep closed when we use our trigger, we have a self-venting cap for this, so you never have to unscrew it again. Only lets air in to create the vacuum and will not allow any fluid to leave the utility jug.
Do you now feel like after coming up with that idea, you're like, why did we make all this other stuff? It was so simple.
Right?
Yeah. You know, it's funny because that was sort of, as time goes on, you sort of figure things out and you get better at what people are wanting and what are some of the challenges they face. And as you look at the business, it becomes a no-brainer. You're like, wow, could have made this easier to a certain extent, but then also the functionality of the trigger is still great for the way it's set up for the world we live in right now. And I think they're going to be, I mean, we're in the early phase of this. I think we'll probably, just like we did with the trigger, we'll recognize challenges that we're going to encounter as we go to launch that new product. And there may be obstacles that would keep us from coming to market with it, or it may not be a perfect fit for everything, but there's going to be a lot of jugs out there, utility jugs, that it's going to work great on and increase the fuel flow considerably. But I think we're excited, very, very excited about that.
I think that, though, like you said, it's more of the old school jug style where you can still have some fluid in the hose while you're trying to pull it out or whatever, versus the trigger, you can completely stop the flow. You just have to wait for the tube to empty out, and then that's it, you know. So I think that it's probably still the superior product.
Yeah, and also adding, like you said, the market out there with people that have or already own an existing jug. It's trying to make it easier for them to have access to products that'll make their life easier.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the trigger comes in. I think if you're getting the self-fetting cap, whether you're utilizing with the jug that's got a straight tube on it currently, and you're used to fiddling with that and running into some of the issues of always having to loosen your vent cap, right? And forget to close it back up. The jug tips over in the back of your truck. All of a sudden you got gas all over, and it wasn't anything you could control. You forgot to tighten up the vent cap.
Yeah.
Completely eliminate that, because it makes it close up the minute that you're done utilizing.
Right, and that's the issue with the carb approval, right? With the jugs, is the fact that there is a vent that could be left open.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
So and also without a shutoff.
Right.
As well.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Keeping it. Carb, you mentioned it. It's a fun one. I think everybody's aware of it, regardless of what power sports industry that you're in. It's something that's important to recognize and see if there are products out there to help be in compliance. So
yeah, and I mean that's obviously, so it's the California Air Resource Board or something.
Yep.
So the rest of us don't know anything about that, because we just light fires with diesel everywhere and whatever we gotta do. Not so much here in Jersey.
Not so much in Jersey. Right.
So you guys also have a you do a 50% off for any veterans that ride.
Yeah.
And you guys are big about getting the products made in the U.S. and just being about, American-made products and soldiers and stuff like that. So why is that a big deal to you?
I served 4 years in the Marine Corps, so I'm a veteran. I think Shane and I both share the same values. A lot of our friends, people hang out with, do, and it's we love America. It's not perfect, but I know it's the best place to live. And being a veteran, I know there's, it's a choice, but without our veterans, we wouldn't have everything we have. So thank you to all those who make that choice to serve their country. For me, being a veteran, being proud, I knew I wanted to do that when I was a little kid, all the way through high school. I joined the year before I even left, and watched a lot of history and stuff, and especially just seeing the way, specifically like Vietnam veterans, the way they were treated when they came home. I don't ever want our veterans to be treated like that. I want them to know that, we're grateful, and do everything that we can to get back and support them. So any veteran that is competing whatsoever at any level, minimum sponsorship you get is 50% off. And you'll notice our logo really represents, veterans and military.
And even the names of your products, right?
Yes.
I mean, the Trigger. Spit Shine.
Spit Shine.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's in the plan to do, some utility jugs, which I think we kind of like the name, the ammo can. So, so I think veterans can relate to that. It's very important to us to let people know that we're a veteran-owned company, and, we like to support our veterans.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you guys want to touch on?
I don't know. Excited about the new products coming out.
Very excited. Yeah, we just got this today. So
Awesome.
we're very excited that, we'll be doing a giveaway pin of the week on Instagram. Anyone that's used a demoed it, I mean, like yourself, we've gotten nothing but, unbelievable reviews on this stuff. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. As far as especially, sand and stuff like that sticking to your chain or whatever you sprayed on, it doesn't happen. So I'm even actually interested. I got a good like Motion Pro cable luber, and I want to try to, push enough through so it actually comes out the other side, and then see how that works, how long it lasts.
Yeah, I think also probably one thing to mention is just thanking the people that have been there with us since this is our first podcast. Thanking all the people that started with us early on when we were trying to build a company and struggling through. You're one of them.
we're talking to one of them.
Yeah, we are absolutely.
Never left our side.
Yep.
Never.
And struggling through all the things to try to build a business in a highly competitive. When you think about gear, unless you try to do it, you don't realize how crazy it is to try to compete with all the big names out there. And push you through that, the people that stayed with us for that, but then also the people that were there once we got the trigger brought to market and believed in what we were doing as a made in the USA company, supporting a veteran company. I think Chris mentions a little bit about his history, and then also the belief that we both share regarding our veterans, but also the current serving military that are out there and wanting to support them as well, but knowing, basing our company on good people and what they do out there to serve our country, but also just Americans, and being proud of that too. Thank you to all the people and all the businesses that have been part of what we're doing. It's exciting for us to see us grow and to see us have success. So we'll continue to push hard and work our butts off to do that. But we appreciate all the support that we get out there from all of our customers. So.
Well, that's awesome. I know that Chris especially, Shane and I are more similar. We kind of keep to ourselves, but Chris talks to everyone.
Yes, he does.
If you are writing into any of the things and talking to somebody, it is Chris, for sure.
It's true.
He's like, yo, I met this guy, he's awesome, blah, blah, blah. Just like every week he tells me that about somebody. He's like,
I'll tell you, I can't believe, and it's happened ever since 2007 when we started, when I'll say, hey, yeah, so-and-so, I thought about we should reach out to him. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I've already talked to him. I've either Instagrammed him, or I've emailed him, or called him on the phone, or I got their phone from somebody. When we were doing stuff in MMA, I was like, how in the world did you meet Clay Guida?
yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a story in that. It's the carpenter, right? For those people that know, go way back, not way back old school too far in MMA, but every time I flip and turn around, Chris has always got somebody that, even though I thought, hey, I came up with someone that we should reach out to that would be really cool. He's like, oh, no, I've already sent him a sample. I've already talked to him. I've already emailed him on Instagram. I've already thought of that.
Yeah.
But he can connect with just about any person in the world, and I don't know how he does it.
Would you say Chris is a hyper guy?
Intense, very impatient, would probably be. He is impatient as all good at. So, and I think that's where we balance out.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
It's he needs to get it done now, and that's what makes us who we are, and that's what got us where we're at. And I sit back and go, okay, well, let's think about this and think about that, and somehow we meet in the middle. With,
probably good. I don't have it. I don't have anybody to even me out, so I'm just like crazy in the ways that I'm crazy, and I'm like sometimes, but
yeah, it's funny working together, and we enjoy it, and we go through. I mean, we've been together as partners for a long time in this business, and not really. I mean, it's like we come across and have our conversations about, okay, here's what we need to be thinking about, and nope, need to push it forward, and then we kind of balance out with, okay, wait, let's think about this for a second, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, if we agreed on everything, you'd never get anywhere. You have to ask questions and disagree and ask the right questions, and so it works out good.
I think more of it, because I've had a couple of business partners, and more of it is when you have a conversation and say that this needs to change, or we need to do this, or we need to do that, that it's actually implemented, you know, and that everybody sticks to it. And that doesn't always happen, you know. I've had plenty of conversations with people about what we felt should happen, and then that was the end of it, you know what I mean? It was a conversation, and then it never went beyond that. So I think that being able, especially, you know, bigger companies have more people to all check each other, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that when it's two, it seems more simplistic, but you know, there's not as much checks and balances. You kind of have to do it on your own.
Yep. Good balance based on strengths too, because you look at things that I can defer to Chris that I say that he's a master at, right?
Yeah.
Likewise.
And we
There's
can.
things I actually hate to do that I'm not good at, and then he takes over for me and makes it happen. So it's nice to be able to rely on someone like that.
Yep. Good balance.
Awesome. Well, I think we touched on everything so far. So with this, we're going to be trying to do one every week, and we're going to basically do interviews with some of the veterans that are now involved in motorsports that Chris has talked to at some point.
Absolutely.
That Chris has become good friends with.
Yeah. Hey, friends, man.
Awesome. Yes. All right. So, yeah, everybody, we will have, like I said, more of these podcasts. We're going to touch base with all kinds of veterans that are involved in motorsports, and you will be able to find us. We'll do a YouTube, Facebook, and we're going to do an audio version. So be on the lookout for all that. Subscribe, and then we'll keep you in the loop with all the new products. And you got something?
Yeah, when I say, let's encourage all veterans to reach out to us.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, they know where to find us. Talk to us. Look for sponsorships or whatever we want. We want to build that base because that's who we are. So we're pretty good about returning all of our messages, usually the same day. So let's encourage them to reach out to us. And that's what we'd be known for. Is we're a veteran-owned company. We want veterans using our products.
Awesome. Yeah. Yep, there you go. So any veterans out there that are involved in any type of motorsport, right? Quads, enduro, side-by-side.
Mountain biking, cycling, with the new chain lube we got, you name it. I mean, we could probably find something that would help support the sport of their choice.
Awesome. Yeah, especially with the fog out and the spit shine and now the chain lube for sure. You know, I'm sure mountain bikers sweat out some goggles too. Fog them up. So. I don't understand why that's so funny, guys.
You should wear goggles next time we do this.
Yeah.
They'll be all foggy because I don't have any fog out.
What?
Come on.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
You never got your care package?
No.
No,
No, I got a hat.
And you never wear hats.
You
Never wear hats.
Hey, it was on the podcast.
You wanted that hat.
What?
And you don't wear hats.
You look good in a jar like
I
that.
put his shirt in my order too.
The shirt didn't come because it was a large and we were waiting on inventory.
I actually got him. I got him now.
There you go. I see you're wearing one, Chris.
What's that?
I see you're wearing one.
What are you talking about?
That's the old school. The new ones have it right in the center.
Yeah.
These are the old ones. Not the same. Yeah, we had one left in our inventory for a large, and I thought, well, you don't want us to sacrifice a customer's order or one of your giveaways for the sake of getting you a stroke shirt. No one would
Yeah, I
take it.
do. Screw them.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, we got to get you a new care package.
Yeah,
Get
there
some
you
great
go.
new product.
There you go. That's exactly.
Perfect. All right, guys. We're going to stop recording.